Hey YouTube, this is part 3 of working on this snowblower that's 20 plus years old. I gave it a rough paint job. I just got the new carburetor today. My plan to get this going before the first snowfall of winter. We are approximately 2 days and 2 weeks prior to Thanksgiving. So middle of December. I think today is the 11th, which is Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all the vets. Got one problem though. It's just before Thanksgiving, and we got 4 inches of snow, and it's still coming down pretty drastically. So what do I have left to do on this snowblower? I've got to get the new carburetor on. I've got to get the new fuel line run. And then I think we're going to be done. Then I want to test it out. So I guess today will be a good day to test it. Though I was hoping it would be done already. Anyways, I'm going to pause you guys here. And I'll resume once I get the next part ready to show you. Thank you. Okay, YouTube, not only did I fail to beat the snow, I discovered something. So I'm trying to replace the fuel line, and I needed to take the blower housing off. So look what I found inside. Isn't that the most disgusting mouse nest? Yeah, come on, focus. That's what happens when you try to do everything with your phone. Yeah, I got a nice sized mouse nest in there. Looks like it peed and pooped all over everything. And that's contributed to the rust. I don't think it's going to cause me to have to replace anything. But, boy, yeah, I'm going to have to vacuum that up. All right, resuming in a minute. So, good news. I got it all vacuumed out. Except for a few remnants here and there that I'm not worried about. And I can access the fuel line, which is completely petrified. So let me just take a close look at how it's run. Looks like it's right over top of the flywheel. Let me see if I can get a flashlight on that. I know I got a flashlight lying around here somewhere. Okay. So it looks like it runs right along next to the flywheel, which is weird. I'd be worried the flywheel would chew up this line. So you guys see, it's just this clear plastic tubing. I'm going to replace it with something a little better, but I definitely don't want it rubbing on the flywheel. That's crazy. So maybe I can route it over. So now that I know where it goes, let me see if I can pull that out. So maybe I can route the new one over. So I'll come in the same hole, but then go over top this way and then out. That way it doesn't rub on the flywheel. So what I'm surprised is I don't see any, oh yeah, I do. I see a very nasty abrasion and a cut. It's not just an abrasion. So that flywheel chewed up the fuel line, which this may explain why the people threw it away. Okay, so we have an answer. That's good news. All right, resuming in a few. Okay, YouTube, it's been a couple of days since my last video. Still not done with this thing, but let me show you the problem I'm having. So this is the old fuel line. And I don't remember if I showed you guys or not, but you can see the nasty cut right in it. That's from being rubbed by the flywheel. So let me show you the problem I'm having. I tried to reroute the fuel line up and over the coil, but the problem was, so by going up and over the coil, that unless the gas tank was full, gas wasn't flowing through the fuel line because it would go down here and then come up. And the top level of the gas tank was only here. So at about a half a tank of gas, it would stop drawing. So I need to get the fuel line where it's supposed to go through this little tiny passage in here. The problem is the replacement fuel line is wider than the stuff that I removed. So I think I might have to take off the flywheel, which means I got to remove the coil. So coil, flywheel, and then I got to open this bracket here, and then there's this wire. I'm not sure what this wire is that's coiled up around here. I think it's for the light. So too bad this doesn't have heated handles, and then I'd say that's for the heated handles, but I think it's for the light. And who knows if that light even works. But I could care less if the light works. If that's in the way, it's going to go. But yeah, I think that's where I am. So let's see if I can figure out how to easily get that flywheel off. All right, resuming soon. Okay, YouTube, I've got the flywheel off. A lot heavier than I thought it would be. So now I got to try to get this fuel line behind this little metal guard here. And there's more mouse house. I thought I removed it all. And I think behind the guard over here, I hope that's focusing. I apologize if it's not. There's a little bit of space. I think it'll be enough, but I'll resume once I think I get that figured out. So I think I get it right in there. We're following that wire, and then behind the next piece, and then the next, and get it to the carburetor. All right, give me a sec. Okay, I figured out how to get the fuel line in there. I got a hose clamp on the end that I still have to tighten, but I did it by loosening this plate. Now I got to get that plate tightened down, and then when I put the flywheel back on, there's only 2 bolts. When I get the flywheel back on, I got to make sure it's not interfering with anything. But okay, I'll resume once I get that done. Okay, YouTube, she runs under her own power. I still think I need to replace the throttle lever. Although it is working, it's running very fast and hard. I think a little too fast maybe. I don't know. I'm not good enough at this yet to know if that's running too fast. But it's making power. It's gonna run. Now I just need to get this housing back on. And if I get some more snow, I'll give it a test. But woohoo, yeah, making power. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end this video here. Again, if you guys like what you see, then like it and subscribe. Please remember, I got a GoFundMe because I'm doing this for a needy family. I'm doing other things for people in my community. I'm not making money off of this stuff. I'm doing everything at cost. So the labor is all free, but I do need to pay for parts. I need supplies. I do need some tooling. So there's a GoFundMe in the description. So please check it out. Thank you.